Welcome guys to my creative corner. This is Claudette, where I create projects using stamps, inks, paper, mixed media, embellishments, and a whole lot of joy. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. And those that have been here before, welcome back. Today is paper pumpkin time, and we're going to be opening the July paper pumpkin kit. And if you're not familiar with the paper pumpkin kit, this is by Stampin' Up, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have my own online paper crafting business through Stampin' Up, and they have monthly subscription of kits, craft kits in a box. Everything to create the projects is included in these subscriptions, and these subscriptions are $22, which includes your shipping. That does not include tax. You could cancel at any time. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what came with our kit this month. Okay. All right, so as we open the box, we're going to see that we have a little flyer in here. It tells us a little bit about the other box coming up, and you could order this kit from July 10th to August 10th. And they give you a sneak preview of what's to come. And I believe this is going to be butterflies. And it's not going to be like in neutral colors. It's going to be like these colors that's here on the box. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to list the information in the description box down below. So it gives you a little ink spot, and this ink spot is in the garden green. They provide you with the stamps, and usually these are the clear photo Palmer stamps. And this looks like it's going to be a nice one, especially with the holidays coming up, fall. The fall holidays, Christmas. These trees would be awesome for that. And let's see, it says, "Congrats, Explorer. Let the adventure begin. Let your light shine. Dream big, aim high. The world awaits you." So those are nice sentiments. Alrighty, so let's open this up. So when it comes packaged, it has like a little bubble wrap that comes over there. So, but I took that off. It had my address on it. So this is a cute little box you could save, and you could store other stuff in this. Cute and sturdy. So this have the clear plastic seal on it. So it comes, you see, you're going to be able to make, it looks like 12, 12 cards. You have 3 different designs. Let's see here. And these are nice for summertime, and these are nice masculine cards. We could always do with more masculine card ideas. So let's go ahead and open this up. They have a nice piece of cardboard in here to keep your papers from getting crushed. And you want to save this because you could always use this for a different project. And let's look at this section with the instructions. So it comes with the instructions on how to put the projects together. And it's in color. You have your little ruler over here to do your measurements. And then, so they tell you the kit components contain supplies for 12 cards, and they have 12 envelopes. And they give you down here the colors that it comes with. So if you have these colors to match, you could do alternate designs. and with the other cardstocks that you have in your stash. So these are nice that the envelopes matches the cards. So we should have 12 of those. So, and then the base of a card, they already come pre-scored for you. And these are nice because it looks like it's a fun fold. Look at that. It's not your typical 2-fold card. So we should have, let's see, 4 of each design. So we'll take 1 out of this one. Put the remainder away. And they all look like they're fun fold cards. And this is the third design. Now they have different tags that you could put your sentiments on. They have the tag ones, they have circle shapes. Seems like you have 1 of those. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags, it looks like, and 5 circles. Now we have tags here. Seems like you have the die cuts, so like the trees. In here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then we have, let's see how many of these. It seems like it's just one sheet. And then 4 trees here, okay? And let's look in this little clear bag. Gives you some dimensionals. Okay, they have some sequence. They look like it's self-adhesive sequence. You have some little glue dots. I never use the glue dots. I just use my multi-purpose glue. And you have some dimensionals to pop your designs up. And I already have dimensionals open, so I'll save those up. And we'll go ahead and start creating our cards. So let's start with the camper. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do is get our ink spot. I had an older ink spot. I'm gonna use that. Hopefully get some still have some juice on that. And we're gonna go ahead and get one of the label dies and stamp "Let the Adventure Begin." So we're gonna pop one of these out. And usually when you subscribe for your first kit, you get a clear block that comes with your first kit. And so you're going to use that clear block that comes with your kit or whatever clear blocks you have. So let the adventure begin. Or you could combine, if you don't like the sentiment that comes in a kit, you could combine, use what you have on hand. And I am just going to get my regular block and use that. Make sure that's nice and straight. And it's nice if you have like a grid line or a paper with lines on it to line this up. That helps you to make sure it's nice and straight. Because sometimes with these clear stamp, they're so stretchy they could get out of shape so easily. And when you're stamping with your clear photopalmer, you want to put something like a piece of foam underneath. I'm just going to use my silicone mat. So let's go ahead and ink this up with our garden green ink. And I'm going to try to aim for the center of this. Hold it down just a few seconds. Make sure that ink transfers. Okay, so that came out pretty good. So we have that. Let's set that aside. That was step 3. I skipped step 2, which is, I mean, you could go in whichever order you want. I'm going to get one of the trees, and that is showing the green tree. So I'm going to pop one out. And then we're going to stamp this, is I guess add some leaves to that tree. So I'm going to bring in another one of my blocks. So we'll go ahead and ink that up. And we're just going to lay that over this. Came out pretty good. So next, what we're going to do okay, so once you fold this, you see they're pre-scored for us. Let's take this silicone mat out of the way. And I'm just going to give this a good little seal right there. I'm going to take my bone folder and press that down so that could stay down nice. If you don't have a bone folder, you could use the end of your scissors like that, or one of your clear blocks. Anything just to give that a nice little seal. So you look like this here. This piece comes off. The back end of this comes out. And you want to gently remove that. And then it seems like it's a piece right here to be removed too as well. So hold that down and pop that out. If you save this piece, if you look at it, you could make this as a stencil and create other campers, you know. Once, if you use your dabber sponges or your blending brushes, you could get creative with that and save that as a stencil. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this tree right in here. And this tree we're going to glue to the back of the camper right there. Okay, and you have this white piece of edge right here. You're going to bring this down and just glue that back right here. You take some of your glue dots I'm just going to put some of my liquid glue and glue that in there. So let me get my liquid glue. And I'm just going to add a bit of glue here. And just add it to the back of my camper. Okay, so it's showing you here in the directions how you could open it up and just add it to the back of your camper right there. I just had my edge of my tree sticking out. They had the edge right in here. Okay. And then next, what we're going to do is take our sentiment and our tag and get some dimensionals and pop that up. And I'm just going to use some of my older dimensionals and pop that up. And this is just the edge of the leftover. I'm just going to put some little cuts in that. If you're not familiar with doing that, just make sure you use all your dimensionals. Don't throw any away. So we'll just add some dimensionals to the back here. You could put as much or as little as you would like. So we'll take the backing off of this. The subscription kits are really awesome, especially around the holidays if you just want to make a bunch of cards. And with these kits, you could order, like if you pretty much like the preview, and you could put this where you want. They have it going straight over to the end, but I think I want some of that white showing. And I am just going to put mine on right here under the wheel, like that. So if you want, you know, like for example, if the Christmas ones are coming out, you like what's going on, you could increase from 1 subscription box to like 4 subscription boxes if you wanted to make 48 cards. If you don't like what's coming the next month, then you could cancel or hold that month until you see something that you would like. So it's very flexible. You're not stuck into anything. You could cancel at any time. So this is our first card. And you could put whatever sentiments you want in the inside, or you could really add different designs in the inside of here. People cut up the envelopes and use that as part of the design of their cards too as well. You know, I missed a step. Let's add some of the bling with this. They had some bling, some of the sequence on that. So let's add some sequence. And I'm going to take our Take Your Pick tool, which has 2 ends. It has like putty on this end. It helps you to pick up small little objects. And they have like a spatula and a piercing tool to the other end. And also is a stylus that comes with it, a large part and a small stylus. Alrighty, so let's add some little sequence to this. So we're going to add one right here. And I'm just following the design here inside of the instruction sheet. So they have one here. And like I said, you could make this your own. One here. Let's see. And we'll put one just above here. And that's it for our first card. Okay. So let's go move on to card number 2. Fold this up so we can see. And this is with the lantern. Okay, so again, this is a beautiful card. When I first saw it, I really didn't like the preview, how it looked. I think they had a picture of this on the front of it. But I think these are really gorgeous cards because you would never have told that they were like fun full cards like this. So I'm just giving that a nice little crease, and that was instructions for the first part. Then let's see here. Let's just go ahead and take the white backings off of this. So you just want to support the stationary piece so it doesn't get ripped off as you pull. Okay. Again, you could create and leave these as stencils. Use these as stencil. Get creative. Take out this little inner piece. And then pop these out. This is just beautiful all by itself. Really beautiful, especially with those little white spotlights shining. Okay, so number 2, we're going to take one of the circular die cuts and we're going to stamp on there, let your light shine. Let me just grab another block. And we're going to pull out the stamp, let your light shine. So you want to make sure that's nice and straight on your block. And let's take our ink spot and ink that up. And speaking about ink spot, within a year's time you could collect a supply of not only stamps but inks, and within that year you shouldn't have the same ink spot. Usually you get different ink spot, so you really could do, especially if you're just starting out, is a good way to start collecting on different inks and different stamps. So we're going to go ahead and stamp right in the middle of this circle. And also remember, if you don't stamp as well, you have 2 sides. You just flip it over and stamp again. All right, so that came out pretty good. So next, what we're going to do, after that is done, we're going to add some dimensionals. They say add like 3 dimensionals to the bottom of your tag with your sentiment, and then you're going to add it to the corner here of your card. Make sure your wording is right side up. And I'm just going to add some down here to the bottom. So we're going to peel the backing off of this. And then we'll add it right down here to the bottom of that. Okay. So next what we're going to do is take So also in this stamp set, it has some little fireflies. Okay, so they have a big one and a small one. So what we're going to do is take the fireflies and stamp it within these bright little white spots, okay? And that's just showing the fireflies setting off their lights. Let's see which one here. I guess let's see the big one. I can't tell if they want the big one or the little one, so you decide. Because I think once upon a time they used to have written directions. Now they just have the pictures, but we could figure it out and be creative. All right, so they're showing you to take your ink, you take your Firefly, and you're going to stamp it in these 3 spots. So 1, 2, and 3. So the Firefly had that solid bottom. So I'm going to just put that on my block. Get my ink spot. And ink that up. And I'm using the bigger Firefly. And then what I'm going to do is stamp it right here. Ink it up again. And once you ink it up, you could see which end is the solid versus open up area. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp it right here. And with this light right up here, to me this looks a little smaller, but I'm going to go ahead with a bigger Firefly. And if it's too big the next time, I could just use a small one. Okay. So those are the 3 areas there. So next what we're going to do is add some bling. Add some sequins to that. And then they said they add 5 sequins, 3 of the gold and 2 of the blue ones. So let me get my take your pick tool, and then we'll just add it as in the design, or you could get creative and do your own little style. Add one here. Add one right there. Here. And let's get a blue one, add here. One more blue and add here. And that's our second card. How quick was that? All right, so you just look, you open it, you could stamp on this inside here too as well. I mean, you could really do some beautiful alternative card. I really do like this kit. All right. So next, what we're gonna do is card number 3. Let's see. Card number 3, and this is nice for Christmas time. And let's just get our bone folder and tighten up those creases. And let's see right here. So we're going to start with tighten up the creases. We're going to take out the white piece. Again, you want to be so careful with these pieces. Make sure you hold down that stationary piece as you pull this out. Okay, again, save this for stencils. You could get creative and make some stencils with that. Does that one piece comes out? No, that piece doesn't come out. All right, so now that we've done that, we're gonna get another die cut to stamp a sentiment on number 2. And the die cut that they're showing is the tag, the label tag with the blue tree on there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat once again. When you stamp and put a cushion of foam underneath with your clear stamps, it's gonna help you to get a better imprint. And they want us to use these leaves here again, these pine leaves. Again, but this is bigger than that actual tree. So you want to put something down to protect your work, okay? Or protect your surface area. So the silicone mat would do that for me. So we're going to bring that in. We're going to ink this up. So you want to be careful that you don't get the pines down on your tag, your white area there. You just want it to be on top of the tree. So you're going to be overlapping this as in the picture. Let's make sure we could see. So as in the picture, you're going to be overlapping it. So we're going to take it and just, let's see here. So I am just going to do it this way here. Okay. So next I am going to get the sentiment that says dream big, aim high. Dream big, aim high. And then I am going to get my clear block and pick that up. Get my ink spot, ink this up. And you see when you have like this smaller ink pad or a bigger stamp, you want to just put your stamp upside down and just ink this up like this. Even if you have the regular size ink pad. And you just want to make sure you get good coverage on your stamp. And it's nice with the clear one, you could just look through and see that you got good ink coverage on that. That's so nice about, one nice thing about the Photopalmer stamps. So we're going to go ahead and just center this sentiment. Stamp that off. Let the ink transfer to the paper. And that's a good sign when your paper sticks like that, that transfer pretty good. All right, so next we need some more dimensionals. So we're going to take, for step number 3, we're going to go ahead and get 3 dimensionals. They recommend that you put one here to the end of the tag, one here, and one to the bottom of the tree. So let's flip that over, bring in some sentiments. So we'll put one here, put one down here to the end, and then we'll put one here to the bottom of the tree. Then we're going to bring our card in, take the back ends off of our dimensionals, and just make sure your ink dries. I got a little smudge here to the side, but nothing, I mean, it doesn't really look bad. It looks like part of this design. So you're going to bring your tree right here. Make sure your sentiments is right underneath that circle. Then it recommend that you use some bling, some of the sequins, and they have 5 here listed. And just make this tighter. You could put it under a book so it could stay a little better for you. And let's go ahead and get those sequins. And I'm going to get my take your pick tool, and I am going to add one right here just to cover up that little smudge, and one here, let's put one up here. So you don't have to use as many as they recommend. You could use as little as you want. And I think I'm just going to leave it as 3. And isn't that beautiful? And that's our 3rd card, guys. And that's how simple and easy it is to put together. And I just love that they included this fun fold. If you guys are getting any creative value from this video, give me a thumbs up. And let's bring in all those cards again. And so what's so nice about this, they have videos that comes with your subscription that you could go into. You have Paper Pumpkin Facebook pages that give you alternate designs that you could put your kit together. And a lot of times you could order refills, which doesn't come with the stamps or the ink, but refills like with the card materials to create these same designs. So these are the envelope that matches it. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Claudette, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.